Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Guys, welcome back. This is Austin Linney with your Wednesday Rant. What we're going to talk about today is growth. And when you grow, you have to leave some of the old versions behind of yourself. And more importantly, some people in your life, maybe people that you care about. And we tell ourselves this story that we need to be around these people, or we need to stay the same. And it's that comfort zone that doesn't allow us to truly reach our potential. And what I don't talk about a lot is getting sober was not the issue. Like, yes, it was the issue. Not drinking is an issue, but that's not the hard part. The hard part is you showed up as that version of yourself, the drunk Austin, the whatever you want to call it, the version of yourself around these people, and that's the only way they know to see you. And so when you switch and when you change those views of who you are, you're changing inside of who you are. They're not comfortable with it because they know you here. And so when you're here, it makes it easy for them to understand themselves. And it's not when you try to do better or you try to better yourself that you remove yourself and you're pulling away from them, and that scares the shit out of them. And it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with their own stuff because they have to look in a mirror. And, I get messages from time to time. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen, where they're like, who the fuck do you think you are? How dare you get sober? Like, you think you're fucking better than us now? Like, fuck your ass and shit like that. This is a real thing. This happens. This is not a joke. I'm not making this up for the podcast. This is a real thing. And if I were to attach myself to that, it would bring me back down to their level. And what you need to understand is that they're just hurting just like I was. And when you have compassion to understand that everybody is hurting, then you can understand that it's a cry for help. And it's not them they're not yelling at you for who you are as a person. They're actually probably very happy that you're that person. They just don't know how to get out of their own stuff. And when you can, Brad Johnson told me, when you can walk this earth and understand that everybody is hurting, then you can have compassion in your heart for anything and everything. And that is the true gift, because you don't attach yourself to what they're feeling. You just understand what they're feeling. And so we as people have to strive for what we were put on this earth for, and let the chips fall where they may. And what I mean by that is by you doing better, by you working out, by you wanting to invest, by you investing in yourself, by you leaving toxic friendships, toxic relationships, all these things. There are people that are going to be hurt, and they are going to do everything in their power to hold you down. Everything. And you're going to feel guilty, and it's a brother, it's a sister, it's a mom, whatever. But you as a person have to wake the fuck up and understand that you were put on this earth for greatness. And by you placating and playing small to what they want, they're controlling the narrative. So if this is your wake-up call that you need, that no matter how much you push and how much people you have to leave behind, because it doesn't mean they're gone forever. Maybe that you inspire them by leading by example. But by you choosing and telling them this is the way they need to be and everything, they're not going to listen to you because it's not important to them, not at least right now. And so you only have to deal with you. And so when you wake up every morning, if you can look in the mirror and know that you're doing enough for your life and you're building the lifestyle that you want, then that's all that matters. But we have a tendency to say, well, I could never, let go of my brother, like, who's a fucking drug head. And I'm not saying you have to give up on him forever or whatever. But, there's plenty of people that gave up on me and told me I was never going to get sober, because it wasn't for them to get sober. It was for me to deal with my own shit and get myself sober. And I can't tell you how many people I told me, like, hey, you need to get it together. You need to do this. And guess what? I didn't listen to any of them. because it wasn't until I started slaying my own demons and started dealing with my own shit that allowed me to step outside of that. And it's not easy, and it sucks. And there's so many people that I had to lose. There's so many people that had to be removed from my life that didn't serve me anymore, because it reminds me of the negative spaces that I don't want to be a part of anymore. And, I just did a podcast and we were talking about, we are who we surround ourselves with. So if you're around people that are always pushing you, and you're around people that inspire you, and you're around people that lift you up, these are the groups that you need to be a part of. These are the places that you need to be a part of. The people that are complaining, the people that are negative, they're only doing that to keep you at their level. And you are playing right into their hands because they're manipulating the shit out of you. And so it takes a very strong person and somebody so dedicated on what they want to do to not get attached to that, because you are going to piss people off when you try to better yourself. It's guaranteed. It's going to happen. But how can somebody be upset that you want to better your life? Think about that. Let that sink in. How can anybody that truly cares about you, that truly loves you, be mad that you're getting better? Does that make any sense? I want that to really sink in. Because if they do and they don't want to see you get better, then fuck them. Fuck them. Like a big fuck them. Like, I'm getting angry thinking about it. How could anybody that truly cares about you, mom, brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever, that you're doing better? Let's say you got sober. Let's say you're working out every day. How could they say they don't want you to be better? Does that make any sense? And that's really the point of this thing, because you have to be so steadfast in who you are and what you want that these things don't affect you. They're merely roadblocks to a person who doesn't know what they want. But that's not you. If you're listening to this podcast, that's not you, because you're investing in yourself. Because the only currency that exists on this planet that matters a fucking anything is the amount of money and time that you invest on yourself. Because there's only one thing this world asks of you, is to be the best version of yourself. Simple as that. Doesn't matter how many units you have. It doesn't matter how much real estate you have. It doesn't matter how many fucking cars you have, because those things will never fill you up. But when you're comfortable in what you do every day and you're comfortable in who you are, that's the only thing that matters, because that'll fill you up and fill you up 30 times over. And you just go out and live the best damn life you can, and I guarantee you will inspire the people around you. So I hope this message finds you well. I hope y'all have a great day, and thank you so much for listening, guys.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.